All right, how to build your personal brand. Something that I've been doing over the last couple of years, and I've managed to build my personal brand. Making a little bit over 500K a year, so around like $50,000 a month profit. So, am I the best at it? Definitely not. Like, there's guys who are making millions a month from that. So, I'm not saying I'm the best at it. I'm not saying that I'm making so much money or anything. I just simply want to show you like what I know and how I managed to build my brand. Literally without really any upfront investment. Again, like this is something that all you need to start is just Wi-Fi, a phone, and access to some, social media apps, which obviously Instagram mainly, YouTube or TikTok. So that's all you need to do. So if you have the knowledge, the upfront investments you need is again a phone and a Wi-Fi, and you can start doing that. Obviously, I'm not saying it's easy, but if you know what you're doing, it's definitely a business that again you can scale to tens of thousands of dollars a month. And I've seen it so many times. A lot of the guys who I help gonna show you a lot of their profiles, show you how much money somebody with like 1,000 to 2,000 followers can make, some how much money somebody with around 10,000 followers can make, and I can tell you like what can you expect in what time frame you can build these followers. And simply I'm gonna share all the knowledge that I've gathered since over the last couple of years building my personal brand. Even though I didn't really know what I was doing back then, I really built my whole brand in like a year. So I went from barely making any money to $10,000 a month within like a month, and then from there to now in like a year I managed to scale it to a little over $50,000 a month profit. So let's start with the presentation. If you already have a personal brand, that's gonna be really helpful for you. If you don't have and you wanna start, also that's gonna help you start and really fix out the questions and problems that you might have that's stopping you to start. So let's begin with the presentation. So the things we're gonna get through is gonna be what is a personal brand in the first place, why you need a personal brand, overcoming the fears of personal branding. For example, maybe some of you guys are scared to make videos online, to show yourself, your face, to talk in front of a camera. So we're gonna talk about that. Instagram mastery, Instagram upload schedules, YouTube, building a YouTube business, TikTok, all that stuff, how to monetize your brand, what to sell, best apps, best softwares. I'll give you like one book that really helped me with that. So let's just start with it. And obviously the first thing is let's just start simple. What is a personal brand? So as you guys maybe lived under a rock, that's probably like something that if you have, no matter in what industry, in what business you are in, you're gonna just simply make more money. I don't care what type of business or a service you provide. If you're out there, if you're online, if you have a personal brand, that's just simply gonna get you more clients for anything that you make money from. I don't care even if you have like a physical coffee shop business. If you're on social media, if you get traffic, if you post content, if you have a personal brand, people will know, more people will know about your coffee shop and you're gonna make more money. It's just a fact. But especially if your business or service it's something online and you're not good at building your personal brand, you're just gonna have a hard time competing versus the guys who have a personal brand over the next couple of years. So the key here is to just not try to be like the person you want people to see you as, but actually being yourself. And that's something that a lot of guys really struggle with. This is how you really build a good relationship with your viewers. They'll usually watch you, they see that you're a little bit different, that you're not trying to like show up, or you're not trying to just be pretending to be cool or somebody that you're not. If you're really yourself, if you really look like you want to help people, which is why you should even start this in the first place. Don't really start it thinking of the idea of, oh, I'm gonna start building my personal brand and coaching business so I get rich quick. Like that's not how you start doing that. You need to start with the intention of wanting to help people, wanting to put something positive out there in the world. And trust me, if you really want to help people, when you focus on that, the money will come. It's inevitable. So don't start thinking, oh, I'm gonna do it for money. Start because you wanna, help people. Be real, be yourself, and over time, people are gonna spend time with you, and they're gonna start to trust you more because again, they've spent so many hours and hours watching your content, liking your personality. They feel like they're really like a close friend to you. That's why it's you can really sell anything to these people. So your personal brand pretty much showcase your name and what your name stands for, what's your values, what's your beliefs, about the world. So what people usually say about you in your hometown, it's same thing. Like that's like your personal brand, but on like a small level. When you're like a hometown level, you probably know that one cool guy who have a little bit of money in your hometown that everybody in the city knows. Like he have a personal brand. That's like what a personal brand is. Like he have so much connection, so much people know about him, and because of that, he gets a lot of priorities. Any restaurant he goes, people know him, so they treat him better. And just overall, he have a way bigger advantage, a lot of people knowing who he is than just the normal people. So this person usually have built a personal brand, but on like a small level, on like a hometown city. But if you really want to grow that to the next level, you need to do the same but online, and it's way easier to do it online. You can get access to millions of people while still being in your hometown, but because you're online now, millions of people can watch your stuff and know your name, so you can build your personal brand on like a way bigger scale, which again gives you the same advantages. So obviously, like, one of the main reasons that you need a personal brand is to obviously make money at some point. So with a personal brand, you can really sell anything. Like, you can really sell anything. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I've seen crazy stuff. Like, most of you worry exactly like what I'm gonna sell. I'm not sure. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you have good and strong personal brand, if you focus on that, like, people will literally be in your DMs asking you, and they will want to pay you money. It's like that is if you know how to build like a super strong personal brand, like a cult community. So think about, for example, like Logan Paul and his sports drinks, or like KSI and all that stuff, or like Conor McGregor in his whiskey, or The Raw, and all these guys. Like, they're on obviously like a way bigger level. I'm just giving you an example of how they can just make a normal drink, or whatever, or like Mr. Beast can show up with his Mr. Beast chocolates or burgers, and they can completely crush the market, make like completely profitable business from the ground, easily crush out competition and businesses who are in that industry for like, for example, 50 100 years. These influencers, they just show up, and just because they have a strong personal brand, they can sell anything. They can sell anything that you come up with. If you have a brand, you can sell. So when it comes to networking, a lot of you guys have no idea like what type of networking you're able to get. Like, I can right now just spawn in any city in the world, and just straight up in like 10 minutes post a story and just hang around with like 5 or 10 guys from that city who are at like pure super high level guys, just because of my Instagram page. Just that itself, I feel like it's worth, even if you're not doing it to make money, still be out there, build your name, build your personal brand, let people what you know, what's your business, what's your skills, give some free value, build your name out there. I can guarantee you, sooner or later, that thing's gonna massively help you in the long term. So best examples of like personal brands, obviously I can just show you, like, that's like some of like the biggest names out there. And again, all of these guys that you see here, like, they started, for example, if we know, like, let's say like these past two guys, obviously everyone knows who they are. Like, these guys really like built their whole brand, and like, I'm talking like hundreds of millions of dollars profit thanks to their personal brand. And they just done it thanks to like a camera and just posting content online that's free. Like, they haven't spent a single dollar on ads or anything. Like, if you want to start a normal business, usually you need to spend millions and millions of dollars into that business and invest so much money if you want to build like a business who can bring you potentially $100 million. But personal branding, it's something that you don't really need that much of upfront investments. It's something that you just start posting, and with the time you just start getting more and more and more traffic, and eventually, if you somehow end up going viral, you can make shit tons of money. But even if you don't, like, I'm gonna show you later on, guys who are making really like a pretty good living just with like a couple thousand followers. Obviously, these guys here will say they have millions of followers. These guys make like tens of millions of dollars a month. Like, all you need probably watching this video is between $10,000 and $50,000 a month, right? Like, these guys make that in like an hour from their brands. So you just need 0.001% of what they make. So you need 0.001% of their followers and their traffic. So in that case, even with like 1,000 to like 5,000 followers, you can easily be making like almost like $10,000 a month. I've seen guys with 2,000, 3,000 followers inside my coaching. I'll show you later on in this video, like making over $10,000 a month profit. I'm talking. So you don't need that much followers. I'm just giving you an example of like the biggest names out there because you probably know them. So you know it's like a better example. But again, you don't even need to have millions of followers. Not even like if you have 10,000 followers and you build that over a year, even like you're gonna be set for the rest of your life. Like that's how powerful it is. And again, on the long term, you will get to 50K, you'll get to 100K, you might even get to a million. Who knows? After 10 years from now, posting every day. Like that's at least what happened for me. I went from 5,000 to 10 to 50 to 100K. Right now, I have 2 profiles on Instagram. Obviously, I'm on YouTube everywhere, but my main sources of income are right now my personal brands on Instagram. I have 2 pages for over 100K followers. I have around like 300K followers over like all my platforms, and I've managed to do that in like literally like I would say like a year, 2 years really, and it's just been crazy. Like I haven't really invested much money. All I have is like a phone, and that's it. Like I don't even use any expensive cameras or anything like that. I'm not a big fan of videography. I've never been a fan of that. I don't really like holding out these big cameras. So I've built really my whole brand and like a business like this year alone, like scaling to like $50,000 a month, like just with a phone. Like I built that whole business from the ground. Like I started from zero. Like I was working for $700 a month as a bartender, and like I've tried dropshipping, e-commerce, SMMA, all this stuff. Like it's all fucking bullshit to be honest, bro. Like if you're really good at capturing and monetizing attention, it's something that again you start from scratch. You don't really need any upfront investments, and you can end up making millions a year, bro. So I'm sure you've seen it so many times in front of your eyes. I'm sure you've seen it literally. You're following some of these people and you've seen them going from literally zero to here thanks to social media out. So you know it's possible. It's just how exactly you do. And that's what I'm gonna try to explain you over the last couple of minutes. So overcoming the fear, and that's probably like one of the biggest, one of the biggest problems you guys have is like, fuck, like when I started doing social media, I was also, a little bit like that. I didn't really want to talk out there. I was posting like some pictures, then I started with videos, but I didn't really to like wanted to like show my voice and like start speaking. If you haven't started your brand, probably that's why you haven't. You're just scared of the camera, and you're just scared of what other people will think about you. Probably what your girlfriend or what your parents or what your friends are gonna think about you when you start posting these videos. And let me tell you, bro, like nobody gives a fuck. It doesn't fucking matter. Just give it a year. Once you start making money, all these people are gonna actually come back to you and ask you like, oh, how you did it? Like, oh, and like that's just what happens with everybody. You just look stupid in the beginning, but that's everything you start. Any business you start, any career you start, in the beginning, you're just gonna look stupid. But nobody started anything in this life looking like an expert. It doesn't matter. If you wanna be an expert in something, you need to be, all right with looking like an idiot in the beginning. It's just how it works. And that's not just with social media and posting content online. That's with anything in this life. So, like, if you really care what other people think about you, like you're just gonna have a hard time making money or just succeeding in life in any area, not just in social media, and building your brand. So there's like one thing that I've learned over the last couple of years, and that is hate always comes from below. Like nobody more successful than you, nobody richer than you, and nobody who really have a way better life than you is gonna have any time to come to your page and write hate comments and all that stuff. Like that doesn't fucking exist. Hate always come from below. Remember that. At the end of the day, you're gonna die. I'm gonna die. Like no matter like how much you achieve in that life, literally 100 years from now, nobody's gonna know our names. Like if you think about people who've literally changed the world, for example, somebody like Albert Einstein or something like that. Like do people really like this think much about this guy nowadays? Like I don't think, like I'm sure that if I ask, maybe we are like older, we kind of know some about him, but let's say like kids who are right now 10, 15, do you think they know Albert Einstein or Nikola Tesla or some of these guys? I'm sure they have no idea. These 12, 13-year-old kids who are just growing addicted on TikTok, do you think they really know anything about these guys? Probably not. Give it another 50 years, nobody will know anything about these guys. And that's like one of the smartest humans ever walked on earth. Like nobody knows about them like 100 years later. So what about, like, why we even give a fuck about us? But nobody will give a fuck about us anyway in 50 years. So live your life. If you have any fears, it's not real. It's all in your head. Like nobody gives a fuck about you. Trust me. Nobody gives a fuck about the videos you're posting online, bro. Just start doing it. You will look like an idiot in the beginning, but give it a year and everybody will ask you when you start making that money, when you start traveling the world, when you bought that dream car, when you retire your parents, everybody, is gonna really like look at everything way more different. At least that's what happened with me. All of my friends who are kind of like being like, Alex, what the fuck you're posting out there? Like what the fuck, bro? Now all these people are literally in my DMs, like asking me how you did it, asking me for help to build their pages and all that stuff. Just telling you from a personal experience. So now probably many of you are gonna be like, yeah, Alex, okay, I wanna start my brand, but I don't know what to talk about. Like, what should I post about? What should I talk about? And here's what you should do. So 3 action steps. Like start, like literally just now, get a piece of paper, just write these things down, and after the video, do them and start executing. Write out like a summary of who you are right now, what type of, like who you are right now as a person, what you believe in. So write down like the 5 core values you stand for. For example, I believe in this. I don't like this. I'm like that type of person. Let's say I'm gonna give you an example with my brand. So I really don't like people with excuses. So I always like kind of like diss out these people who have excuses. I like training to the gym. I believe everybody should be in like a fantastic shape, and that's like one of the most important things. So everybody who is not in a good shape, who is not going to the gym, that he doesn't have any place in my brand. That's a value that I stand for. I don't really like vegans. uh, I'm a guy who just likes meat. There's just some things and values that I stand for, and if you're somebody who been watching my brand, you can probably like know what these things are. So you probably already have some type of hobbies. You probably also have some type of things that you're passionate about. But the main thing, and like the easiest example I can give you of what exactly you should be talking about in your personal brand at the beginning, if you're really that was, is talk exactly about what you're talking when you're out with your friends. So let's say you're out with your friends, one of your best friends. What are you guys talking about? Whatever is it, if it's girls, maybe it's money, maybe it's business, what exactly type of business, in which industry, like what are you talking about with your friends when you're out? That's exactly what you should be talking about in your personal brand, because whatever you talk with your friends is probably what are you interested in right now in your life. So don't overcomplicate it. If you're talking about girls, okay, talk about girls. Potentially, you might have a brand in the dating, niche. If you're talking about business, just talk about business on your personal brand. Maybe what type of business exactly. Maybe if you're talking about fitness and you're training with your friends, that's what you should be talking about in your personal brand. But anything you choose, don't overcomplicate it in the beginning, because it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I can give you like a year or 2 years, and whatever you talk about now, whatever niche you choose, you're probably gonna change later on anyway. Because as you develop as a human, your interests are gonna obviously change. The things that you're passionate and interested in right now are definitely gonna change in like a year, in 2, in 5 years. So with that, probably your whole brand is gonna change because you changed overall as a person. That really happens with me back then. Like I was really into fitness, and I was only talking about fitness, and now I'm way more into business, and that's why I'm now making videos about that. So whatever niche you choose, you're probably gonna change it later on anyway, so don't overcomplicate it, just start. So let's start with the first platform where, if you haven't again already started building your brand, I think the easiest platform and the best platform to start with is Instagram. In terms of like how much time it takes and how much money you can make, Instagram is by far like the best platform for like beginners. TikTok, yeah, it's still easy, but the quality of people in TikTok are way worse, and the whole platform overall, it is just not as good as Instagram in terms of like making money and building a really good connection with your audience. YouTube, it's really good, but YouTube, if you're a brand new beginner, it's gonna be a little bit hard for you. It's way more time consuming. So I always recommend, if you haven't done anything so far, start with Instagram and just focus on that one platform, and eventually you can like switch to YouTube and Instagram, YouTube and TikTok as well. So when it comes to Instagram, daily stories, that's probably one of the most important thing that most of you don't know. You think that, making these posts and reels are like what you need to get really good at. But if you really want to make money, if you really want to make some serious amount of money as fast as you can within the first 1 or 3 months, you want to hit like $10,000 a month. You really need to be good at stories. Like that's where you're really gonna get 99.9% of your income and your money are gonna come from stories. So your stories should be really like a TV show. You should be filming absolutely everything you do from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. And I'm not kidding. Like you should be posting like so many stories. I wanted to show you like my Instagram right now. Just see like the stories I have posted today. It's like so many. I think it's probably like 30 stories. I don't know. But that's my point. You should be documenting absolutely every single part of it. And it's not something that, you really need to overcomplicate again. Just start documenting your morning routine, you going to the gym, what you're eating. Start documenting and capturing some thoughts, giving some value in the things that you're interested in, and just pretty much again be real and be yourself. Like don't give a fuck. Show the real you, not the person that you want people to see you as, but actually the real you. I'm gonna give you like one tip here. When I started to just get used to posting a lot of stories, I had like an alarm on my phone. So every literally 1 hour, I just had an alarm ringing on my phone every 1 hour of the day. And it just like, I don't care what I was doing at that time. If the alarm ringed, I just had to pick my phone and just make a quick story. It, I don't care what situation I was in. If I was in the car, maybe I'm on a date with a girl, maybe I'm with my friends, maybe I'm in the gym, maybe I'm working. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm just picking my phone and just literally showing what I'm doing at that moment and just talking about what I'm doing. And that's it. So if I'm working, I'll be like, yo guys, right now I'm working. For example, right now I'm making this video. My alarm rings and be like, yo, yeah guys, I'm making this quick YouTube video here. I'm making it because of this. Bam. Let's say I'm on a date. Yo guys, I'm here on a date. Just showing something of the date, say something funny, whatever. Or I'm with my friends, say some joke, tell a story. Or I'm in the gym, give some gym advice, show them my physique, tell why I think it's important, give them something about any type of value I can provide in that area. And that's really it. Like don't overcomplicate it. Just start documenting your life. Like your stories on Instagram should be like a TV show. And people will start spending so much attention on your stories. Like I'm talking, you know, let's say one story is like 15, 20 seconds. It doesn't take you that much time. Like you can literally like 10 stories or 2 minutes, like 20, 30 stories. Like you've seen my stories. If I post like 30 stories today, that took me probably like, not more than like, what I would say not more than like 30 minutes, 40 minutes a day to do that. I'll make like 1 or 2 posts as reels. That'll take me like extra 20 minutes. Maybe even if I make like a whole YouTube video like this one, it's gonna take me like what, 40 minutes with the editing, maybe like an hour to post it and everything. So I hardly have more than like 1 hour of work a day to build my brand. Most, at the best, like I might have like 2 hours work a day to what's out that content in volume, which most of you sound like 30 stories a day, 2 posts, one YouTube video. That's like so much, but it really does take like between like an hour and 2 hours if you have a solid content strategy and you're not and you know what you're doing. So it doesn't take that much time. You can easily build your brand on the side while working a job or doing whatever you want, and that's the whole point. But yeah, stories are where you're gonna really make all that money, and people are gonna watch you every single day, hear your voice, pick up your brain, watch your life, watch your journey every single day. Because nobody's gonna go to your profile every day and watch your posts. Nobody's gonna watch a YouTube video of your channel every single day. But trust me, like everybody watch is gonna watch your stories. It's like something that especially some people, they're just addicted. They just go to Instagram, they just start watching stories, and they're gonna watch your stories. Like, especially the people who watch your stories, they're gonna be there every single day. And if you're consistent with your stories, you're gonna build so much trust with these people, and you're gonna be able to sell them on absolutely everything. So that's the whole point. And from your stories, you're gonna build the trust, you're gonna build the connections, and obviously you're gonna even promote your offer have a call to action, talk to them to message you if they're interested. Everything happens on your stories. Like 99% of this whole business and the money you're gonna make are gonna come from your stories. So a lot of you think that posts and what you post is important. And that's also important. That's how you get new traffic and new followers. But how you really, make the money and build a strong brand and a strong connection with your viewers, it's from the stories. So let me give you an example of some of my guys inside my coaching. Sadish, he's literally like 17 the other day. Like he told me he closed another client for like $300. So 17 with that amount of followers, he might make like $2,000-3,000 like this month itself. So let me check his stories. I haven't seen. So just this is just giving you an example. He's really like executing everything the way is it. He's following the content strategy. Absolutely, he's just listening and he's doing exactly what I told him to do, and he's making good results. Full-time income. I would say like most people, fucking salaries, and even of like people who went to university and college, like he's making more than that than them with like with 600-700 followers at 17, bro. Like it's fucking crazy. Like Sebastian, one of my guys also inside my coaching, he's doing ecom. He built his brand around ecom. Uh, still crushing it. Not pretty good amount of views. He told me like last month he closed like 5 clients. He have like a high ticket, so around like $10,000, like between 5-10K a month from this account. Another example, Damir is absolutely crushing it. Another guy in my coaching. So this guy, he was already making good money. I'm not gonna lie to you, even before that, but he just multiplied that. So he was already, when he came, he was making like 10-15K a month from his other business. But right now, he just built his brand. And again, if you're right now making money, if you build a personal brand around the thing that you're making money, you're just gonna make so much more money. It's how it fucking works. So when he came to me, he was already making 10-15K a month, but now he's making extra 20-30K a month on top of that with thanks to his personal brand. So he just tripled his income with like a page with like 10,000 followers, which he built in like 6-7 months. Tanner also, even he's like one of my close friends right now. Like we literally when we met, like he had no followers. Like I would say like 8 months ago, he built like 17K followers, making well over 20K a month with this page. But that's something I would say even like very very average to make like $20,000 a month with that amount of followers. Like you can easily do that with like 10,000 followers. Jake, he's also crushing it. He built his page again to like 50-60K followers in the crypto niche. So again, his skill was crypto. He built a coaching business around crypto. He's making over 100K a month with his current brand, fucking crushing it. Tanner, again, he's in sales. He built his coaching business around sales. That was his skill. Damir, he was in OFM. He built his coaching business around OFM. That was his skill. And then Ivo, for example, another guy in my coaching, he's a fitness coach, so he was just in shape. So you just need to find something that you're kind of good at, passionate about, and something that you know about. If you're just in a good shape, if right now you're some guy who have like a above average physique, you can be making $10,000 a month literally just because you're in shape and you have a phone. Like that's it. You have no fucking excuses. 6-7K a month with like 5,000 followers. An average, super average, success, I would say, depending on at least the guys inside my coaching that I've seen, is you at least should be making the amount of followers you have a month. So if you have 5,000 followers, you should easily, that's a super, like again, average, should be making like 5K a month. If you have 20,000 followers, it's very average is if you make 20K a month. That's it. Obviously, if you really get good at it, if you really squeeze absolutely everything from every single follower and you know how to do it, you can easily double or even triple the amount of money you make a month compared to how much followers you make. Again, so I also started with online fitness coaching like Evo, and that's how I first like hit my 10, 15, $20,000 month when I was like 18, 19, just doing online fitness coaching, because again, that's the only thing I was passionate about back then, and that's what I started doing. So anything that you're passionate about, any skills that you have, you can come to me, build your personal brand, and obviously just make so much more money and do something that you're actually passionate about, that you enjoy, And on top of that, actually help people. Like for example, like sometimes I don't want to just do it for money. Like money for me, it's not enough motivation. Maybe in the beginning, when you're broke, but trust me, at that point, making like 50K a month, like money is not a problem. Like I don't give a fuck about that. Like it doesn't matter if I make 10, 20, 30, 50. Like that doesn't really drives me. Like the motivation that I'm getting right now, it's from doing something that I enjoy and knowing that I can actually help people and change their lives. I have probably impacted your life positive in some way with my content, right? So that's what really gives me that drive and that happiness. It's just helping people, inspiring people, motivating them, and just really like showing them the way, like what worked for me. Just giving you a hand and just trying to get you to where I am right now in life, and just literally not leaving anything on the table, giving you everything that I know, especially the guys who are inside my coaching. They know like I'm always speaking to them one on one to them. I give them all my attention. I make sure that they get crazy results. I make sure everything is going well. I make sure they don't have any types of problems. I literally, you know, see them as literally like a part, like a family, like somebody that they're part of my family, and I give absolutely my soul and all my energy to make sure these guys are actually doing well, and you know are making money, and eventually retiring their parents, living the life of their dreams, which most of these guys already do. Like Evo, for example, he just moved to Thailand a couple months ago. Damir, he's also, I think right now he's living in Dubai. I'm not sure. Tanner, he's living in Miami. Jake, he's from UK. Sebastian, he's also living in Thailand. You can guys see he's like making our money online. So like most of these guys like are really like completely changed their lives in the last 3 to 6 months since they started building their brands. So it's not something that, like, don't think that this is just money. Again, like the freedom you get from being able to make money from everywhere in the world, pretty much just living and documenting your life. Like you literally live for a living. You make money from living and showing your life. Like that's how you make money. And the purpose that you get from actually doing something good for the world, like that's just priceless. This is just way bigger than money, guys. Like I don't know. Like the guys who are into that, they can get it. If you're new, you're not gonna understand what I mean. But trust me, like if you have a good personal brand and a community of people, like, bro, it's just like it's so much bigger than just making money, bro. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'll make these videos, I'll post my stories every single day, even if I don't make a single dollar. Even if let's say something happens tomorrow, I stop making money, I'll still do the same thing. Like that how much I don't really give a fuck about the money at this point. I really do it because I want to help people, I want to inspire people, I want to have a purpose in life. I don't want to just make money. It's just kind of like pointless. It's at some point. Like money itself is not a good motivator, especially once you start making some. In the beginning, yeah, maybe that's gonna be a good drive to make some money, but once you start, like you need to have a bigger drive, something deeper than just money. You know and that's simply like what personal branding gave me. It really gave me that purpose that I really needed, especially in the last year. So the whole point is again to just show your journey and just help the people who are a couple steps behind you. So most of you right now are thinking, yeah, Alex, but what I'm gonna show my life? Like I'm not really like, I don't have any skills. I'm really kind of like stupid. I don't know. I haven't done anything in my life. Like doesn't matter, bro. Just start now. Document your journey, and whatever you're learning along the way, show it to the people. Teach it to the people. Like, do you think like I'm like that good? Like there's people like so many more levels above me, and again, like we're just on different levels. Like my job is to just help the guys who are a couple steps behind me to get to my level. Somebody else right now, I have also coaches, I have other mentors who are right now making millions a month, and they're helping me to get there. You right now at your situation, you can just be in shape, and you can help somebody who is not in shape to get in shape. You can just be making some type of money online from like a business. You can just help somebody to get to where you're right now. That's the whole point of the personal brand. Is no matter where you're right now, there's people always couple steps behind you that you can help and change their lives. Trust me. So YouTube, obviously we're gonna go super quick, but YouTube, why is it good? Is because YouTube you post more like long form videos, and You know, it is literally like proven that if you want to build enough trust for somebody to be willing to buy your product or a coaching, they need to spend at least like 6 7 hours watching your content. So obviously that 6 7 hours uh, are gonna be way faster from YouTube than from Instagram. Again, like one Instagram reel or whatever TikTok, it's like 15 20 seconds. Like they need to watch so much, videos of you and reels and TikToks in order to get that to 6 7 hours content where they trust you enough to buy whatever from you. So obviously with this YouTube video right now it's just 43 minutes already. It's probably gonna be like an hour. Like that's just way better. It's like way faster. If somebody sits down, watches like an hour of a YouTube video, subscribes to your channel, start watching the other videos, they're just gonna build that connection so much faster. So that's why I'm telling you, like, we're going back to the last point, stories. Why stories are so important? Because you can post like 30, 40, 50 stories. Sometimes I post a day. That's like, almost like a whole YouTube video on my stories every single time on Instagram. And probably you're gonna say, Alex, but like when I post a lot of stories, my viewers go down and all that stuff. Like it doesn't fucking matter. Trust me. Do you wanna just get more views or do you wanna make more money? Like if you wanna make more money, then post a lot of stories. People are gonna spend more time with you, and they're gonna be way easier to convert for potential clients. So that's why stories are a big thing, because if you're not making YouTube, at least post so many stories on your Instagram, because reels you can make one reel, two reels a day, but stories you can make as much as you can, and the more you make the better. So that's why, again, you should be posting a lot of stories. At least if you're just gonna start with Instagram, if you want to do YouTube as well, start with YouTube. Post like 2 3 YouTube videos a week, something raw. Don't overcomplicate. Again, just put the camera there, start talking, make some fast cuts, and that's it. So the upload schedule again is just like daily stories, necessary, I would say bare minimum like five, but that's like nothing. Like if I need to be honest, bare minimum 20 stories a day, from which like 10 should be like talking stories, not just you taking a picture of your meal, you taking a picture in the gym, and like all that bullshit. Like you need to be talking, explain what you've done at that moment, what are you doing right now, give some value to the people, talk to their pains, talk, pretty much talk to your old version of yourself. Just ask yourself the question, all right, what was the version of me 3 years ago? Like, if I need to talk to that person, to that old version of myself, like what should I say to myself 2 3 years ago that would really help me? And that's exactly what you should be talking right now. So you're helping your old version of you. That's your audience. That's the people you can help. You cannot help the current version of you, or you cannot help like a better version of yourself because you don't have the knowledge. But the only people you can help are people who are a couple steps behind you. Every time you open that phone and you start pressing record, either for your reels or YouTube videos or stories, think about that you are speaking to your old self, to that version of yourself a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, I don't know. That's to who you're speaking to. And have that in mind, and that's how you really get good at it. You get, you're really real, and you really give that vibe of trying to help people, because that's what you should be doing. You should try, and your number one focus should be helping people, not making money. Focus on helping people, and the money are gonna come. So 7 posts again per week. That's in terms of like reels, bare minimum. I would say if you can do 2 times a day, better. But stories, 20 30 stories, 7 times posts, and carousel, that's just pics. You can post like 1 time a week, like some type of like a carousel, one of these pics where you can just scroll. You can just post like a whole overview of pics of like what you've done through the whole week. That's what I usually like to do. So again, you're just showing your journey, rags, riches, from like broke to rich to fat to now in shape, from drunk and addicted to all that stuff to now sober, from like a loser to a winner, from somebody who been picked on and now somebody who managed to fix that. You're just you're helping the people right now that are in the situation that you were like a year ago, 2 years, 3 years ago. That's the people you're helping. Again, your old self. That's who you're talking to every single time you pick up the camera. TikTok, I don't think we should like talk about that, but pretty much YouTube again. Uh, from the YouTube, once you make videos, you just put a link to your Instagram, I would say, and try to drive out of people from YouTube to either like a page where they can directly buy your product. But I would recommend to drive out that traffic from YouTube to either like a Calendly link where they can just book a call with you, or to just simply drive them to your Instagram and they from there send you a DM and you try to, you know, obviously close the deal from there. So don't really do VSLs, all that stuff, especially in the beginning. Everybody is doing them. You just kind of look like a scammer. It's nothing wow. I would definitely recommend you from YouTube, either straight up to your Instagram so they can message you and you can personally talk to them, or from YouTube to like a Calendly where they can book a call. That's the only two things. TikTok, same thing. Try not to close any deals on TikTok. Just drive the people from TikTok to your Instagram again. How to monetize a brand. So again, if you have no idea how to do it now, just start posting, start doing exactly the things that we talked to this point. And just from GMs, from Q&As, from best performing content, after like 30 days, maximum 60 days of posting every day, you will have a very clear idea of exactly what you should be selling. But obviously, at the end of the day, it should be a digital product. That's what I would recommend you. Something like a coaching, mentorships, a course, ebook, something digital. So if you're in shape, you sell online fitness coaching. If you have any type of a skill, you just sell that skill. You just sell yourself. You just sell your coaching, your mentorships. Maybe you're good with girls. You help guys to get girls. Maybe you are addicted to weed and drugs and all that stuff, and now you're sober. You help, again, you do coaching for guys who have problems with addictions. Maybe you have any type of a business skill that helps you right now to make money. You teach these guys this skill so they can make money. So that's it. You just help the people again for a couple steps behind you to get to where you're right now. That's what you're selling. Very simple. Obviously, if you are somebody inside my coaching, I can really help you with structure that, and whatever that you're good at, I can package that into an offer, build your whole offer, price it, tell you how to sell it, how to market it, how to price it, softwares to use, how to collect the payments, and absolutely everything, with specifics. If you decide you want to do that, you want to get inside my coaching, we can literally build like a killer offer for you. Master the pre-sale. That's something important. I would say whatever you decide to sell at the end of the day, don't create it before you've got the first sale. That's why I always tell to the guys inside my coaching, just have it. Okay, I'm gonna sell this thing. It's gonna be this, and just have it out there. So when somebody asks you about it, you can show, okay, bro, this is what you're gonna get. This is how much is it, or you just talk about it. This is my offer. This is what I sell, guys. So you can market it, show it out there, but don't even like create it yet. Start promoting your product or a service. Once you get the first sale, tell the guy, yo, bro, I just need like 48 hours because everything is going to be very personalized for you. So give me just 48 hours. I'm going to create everything for you. And then once you collect that first payment, then you create it. You don't need more than 48 hours to create your product. Trust me. So don't overcomplicate it and like be one of these guys who you're going to spend like 1 week or 2 weeks or even like a month sometimes creating your coaching offer or whatever you're going to sell for like a month, and then nobody ends up buying it at the end of the day. Don't create it. Just have in mind what is it, start marketing it. When you get that first sale, then create it. Worst case, you're just gonna give the guy money back. That's like worst case. Trust me, you're not gonna have any problems. First create it in terms of like what is it gonna be about, and just start marketing it. Once you get that first sale, then create it. So you don't end up, making stuff and spending so much time for like an offer or a coaching nobody wants to buy at the end of the day. Best softwares and apps to use: Carter, School, or Whoop. You can use to create your course and put it inside. Stripe, I would say, and PayPal are really good payments, or Whoop as well to collect money. Trainerize, if you're a fitness coach, that's a good app you can use to manage your clients. Uh, Danzy, CapCut, That's just good apps to just for either editing photos. I even use CapCut for like my videos and other stuff, so you don't need any complicated programs. The more simple the better. Make things more simple in your life. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Don't try to make it so flashy and other stuff. The more simple you can make something, the better. Trust me. So best books for personal branding: Job Job, Right Hook by Gary Vee. But that's really it. Like, to be honest, I wouldn't even recommend this book at the end of the day, because like nobody knows anything about personal branding in terms of like books and all that shit. That's something pretty new out there, and I believe that's like one of the biggest opportunities all of you guys have right now to make money in the next 5 to 10 years. If you don't have a personal brand, I truly believe you're gonna have a hard time making money in any business, in any industry. Because think of it like that. Whatever you choose to do or make money from or with any type of a business or a service you want to sell, the guy who have a big personal brand will always outcompete you, and that's a fact. So whatever niche or industry you choose in life to get rich from, the guys who have a personal brand around that niche and industry will always beat you. They will always outcompete you. So if you don't have a brand, you will just have anything on hard mode. And the other way around, if you build a brand around that niche, around that passion or business or service that you want to get rich from, if you have a personal brand around that, you will sell it on easy mode. You will have no competition, because people buy from people they like. That's it. People buy from somebody they like. So they will spend hours and hours, months and months, years even watching your content, your journey. They will build so much trust. They will feel like they're your best friends. And you can really sell absolutely anything to these people. So I would say, if you don't have a personal brand, you will have a really hard time making any money and getting rich in the next 5 to 10 years. So try to take this serious. Start now. If you want some personal help, like for example, I just showed you some of my guys. I have hundreds of guys. All of them make money. You can see what they're posting inside my coaching. We have like a comment army. We're like commenting and liking each other's posts. So you get a lot of engagement from that. And again, every single week, we're gonna be talking. Like, I don't just sell you a course. Like, this is a very serious one-on-one mentorship where you're gonna be personally speaking to me every single week, have a contact with me. You're gonna have a personalized content strategy. You're gonna know exactly what to post every single day of the week. I can guarantee you, if you join my coaching, if you decide to invest in yourself and in your knowledge, you join my coaching to build your brand, to either start or scale your coaching business and brand. I can guarantee you that if you join, like, the only thing that might stop you from not making at least like $10,000 a month with me is if you literally are so freaking lazy, you don't do any work, and you're just like literally like fighting against your own mind. And that's why I even have like a full mindset training with me, making sure we build the best you, the best version of yourself. I give you all my habits. I give you training plan, nutrition plan, everything. We make the best possible version of yourself, so you're ready to kill it. So again, you're gonna know absolutely what to do. I'm gonna create your offer with you, absolutely everything. Tell you all the secrets, how to sell it, how to market, how to really build like a strong connection with your followers, true stories, true reels, how to really target the right people that you can make money from, and how to really like make the most amount of money with the smallest amount of followers. Again, usually, just giving an example, uh, Sajid, again, 17, this guy joined like 3 months ago, already making like around $2,000-3,000 a month with like 600-700 followers. Sebastian joined like 6 months ago, well over like 10K right now. Obviously, out of my clients, I always recommend in the beginning to just do high ticket, because you just sell like 5-10 people for the whole month, and you're already making $10,000 a month. If you know how to target the right people, selling somebody on like $1,000 coaching program, it's nothing, trust me. So all he needs to sell is 10 people for this month to like make like $10,000. So 10 people from like 1,500 followers, it's very easy to do if you know how. Evo, same stuff. Like, you should be making bare minimum, like worst case scenario, the amount of followers you have, you should be making that much a month. And again, that's like very, very worst case scenario. So most of the times you make like double that, triple that. If you know how, if you're doing it the right way, if you're also not lazy, if you're posting a lot of stories. So I'm just showing you like literally like 1% of the guys that I've helped in our different industries. Again, just to give you like an example, this is somebody who was passionate was crypto and he monetized his brand. Some guy who passion was sales and he monetized his brand around sales. Some guy who was he had a business or OnlyFans management. I don't know anything about that, but that was what he was making money from. He built his brand around that. Somebody who passion was like what I do and what I started, which is where I specialize. Is if you're somebody in shape right now, if you want to do online fitness coaching, that's where I specialize. I can fucking help you from A to B. I can even give you my own fitness coaching offer and you can just literally copy paste it, or just we can slightly change everything, build your app, build your whole offer, teach you exactly how to coach people, teach you how to get people and your clients results so they're happy, you're helping people and you're making money on top of that. So just giving you guys in so many different industries. Again, Sijat, he's also in the fitness. If you want to scale your coaching business or even start, just hit me up on Instagram, or there's gonna be like a link somewhere there. Just click the link to book a call with me if you want. I'm gonna personally show up on the call. I personally reply to all my DMs because I actually care about you guys. Like I actually want to help you. So if I think you're a good fit, if I think I can help you, I will get back to you, or I will approve your call. And if your call is approved, if it doesn't get canceled, yeah, you're just rookie. You're gonna be able to talk to me and potentially join my mentorship. That's it. The other way you can do it is just send me a message on Instagram, or at least like follow me on Instagram. Watch my free stuff out there. You can really like get to a good number still just from using my free knowledge, my free value that I give online. So yeah, that's for this video. And yeah, bye.